Zara's crystalline fingers trembled as she reviewed the neural scan results for the third time that cycle. The data made no sense according to everything the Galactic Council knew about primitive species from the Outer Rim territories. The human specimen designated as Amy Johnson lay unconscious on the medical platform. Her auburn hair spread across the silver surface. Like liquid copper, Zara had conducted thousands of these examinations on newly discovered species, but never had she encountered readings like these. The neural density measurements showed impossible numbers that exceeded even the most advanced Cathari philosophers, whose massive heads housed brains the size of melons. How could this small, fragile creature from a backwater planet possess neural capacity that dwarfed the greatest minds in known space? Commander Vex entered the laboratory, his 6 arms carrying data tablets from the other examination rooms. His purple skin had turned a deeper shade, which always indicated serious concern. Among their people, color changes meant everything, and right now Vex looked downright alarmed. The scans from the other human subjects showed identical results. Lisa Brown, the engineer, displayed cognitive architecture that suggested she could process 17 different mathematical concepts simultaneously, while maintaining perfect emotional balance. Karen White, the artist, showed creative neural pathways so complex they resembled living fractals. Zara pulled up the comparison charts between humans and the 12 most intelligent species in the galaxy. The gap was staggering. Human brains contained more neural connections than a Zephyrian supercomputer and processed information faster than a crystalline collective mind. The implications terrified her. These humans had been dismissed as primitive because they still used combustion engines and had barely achieved faster than light travel. Yet their raw intellectual potential exceeded every known civilization by orders of magnitude. What would happen when they fully developed this capacity? The examination of Betty Davis revealed even more disturbing facts. Her brain showed signs of unused potential, as if vast sections remained dormant, waiting for activation. The medical scans indicated humans were operating at perhaps 10% of their true cognitive ability. Zara accessed the cultural files downloaded from human networks. Their entertainment media showed stories of individuals gaining enhanced mental abilities and using them to reshape reality itself. The humans called these tales fiction, but what if they were prophetic visions? The subject, named Helen Clark, stirred on the examination table, her green eyes opening slowly. She looked directly at Zara and spoke in perfect galactic standard, despite having no previous exposure to the language. "How long have you been studying us?" The question sent ice through Zara's veins. Humans were not supposed to be conscious during neural mapping procedures. The sedatives used could drop a Garanian battle rhino, yet this small human woman was awake, alert, and somehow speaking their language. Zara tried to maintain professional composure while reaching for the emergency protocols. "Your species shows remarkable adaptability to our examination procedures." Helen sat up gracefully, ignoring the restraint fields that should have kept her immobilized. "We know you have been watching us for decades, cataloging our development and waiting to see what we become. Real question is whether you plan to help us or try to stop us." The casual way Helen dismantled their covert observation program revealed intelligence-gathering capabilities that rivaled the best council operatives humans had somehow detected monitoring. Systems designed to be completely undetectable to primitive civilizations. Zara backed toward the door, but Helen raised one hand in a peaceful gesture. "We are not your enemies, though we could be if necessary. Our brains may be large, but we also possess something your scans cannot measure. We have imagination and the ability to dream of better futures for all thinking beings." The other human subjects began awakening throughout the facility. Each one demonstrated the same impossible awareness and linguistic adaptation. Amy Johnson began discussing quantum mechanics with the physics team, while Lisa Brown started solving engineering problems that had puzzled council scientists for centuries. Betty Davis approached Zara with a gentle smile. "You seem frightened by what you have discovered about us. Perhaps you should be more concerned about what we have discovered about you." She gestured toward a wall display that suddenly showed detailed anatomical scans of every alien species present. Somehow the humans had reversed their examination equipment and conducted their own studies. "Your people have impressive technology, but you stopped growing intellectually thousands of years ago." You achieved spaceflight and decided you had learned enough. The same pattern appears across most galactic civilizations. Helen joined them, her eyes showing depths of understanding that made Zara feel like a child. You all reached a comfortable level of development, and then stagnated content. With your achievements, you lost the drive to push beyond known boundaries. That is why our brain capacity seems so large to you. We never stopped growing. The facility's communication systems activated without authorization, broadcasting the examination results across the entire Galactic Council network. Within minutes, every major civilization would know that humans possessed neural architecture, surpassing their greatest achievements. Karen White appeared in the doorway, somehow having bypassed multiple security systems without triggering any alarms. "The real shock is not that our brains are large," she said calmly. "The shock should be how little of that capacity we currently use, and what will happen when we learn to access it fully through the laboratory." Window's massive human vessels began emerging from hyperspace, their arrival perfectly timed to coincide with the revelation of the examination results. The ships were unlike anything in Council records, combining familiar human engineering with technologies that seemed decades ahead of their supposed development level. Lisa Brown smiled at Zara's expression of disbelief. "Did you really think we would come to your facility unprepared? We may appear primitive, but we have been preparing for first contact since we detected your observation posts." Helen moved to the central console and began downloading the complete Council database with casual efficiency. "We came here to learn about our galactic neighbors and to share knowledge that will benefit everyone. Our large brains are not a threat unless you choose to make them." 1. Betty Davis addressed the hidden recording devices throughout the facility. "To the members of the Galactic Council who are undoubtedly watching this transmission, we offer partnership, not domination. Your civilizations have much to teach us about the practical applications of advanced technology." Amy Johnson continued the message. "In return, we offer something you have forgotten how to do. We can show you how to dream again, how to push beyond the boundaries of what you believe possible. Our brains may be large, but our greatest strength is our refusal to accept limitations. The human fleet outside transmitted complex mathematical theorems that solved fundamental questions about the nature of reality itself. Problems that had occupied Council philosophers for millennia were resolved in elegant proofs that revealed new layers of universal truth." Zara realized that everything was about to change. The arrival of humanity would reshape galactic civilization in ways she could barely comprehend. Their enormous brains were just the beginning. The real transformation would come from their determination to keep growing, keep learning, and keep pushing toward impossible dreams as the humans prepared to depart with their new knowledge. Helen placed a gentle hand on Zara's shoulder. "Thank you for helping us understand ourselves better. When you are ready to grow again, we will be here to help." The examination facility fell silent as the human ships departed, leaving behind data that would occupy Council scientists for centuries. The neural scans had revealed more than just large brains. They had uncovered a species that refused to accept limitations and possessed the cognitive capacity to transcend any boundary. Zara looked at her reflection in the darkened display screens, wondering if her own people still had time to learn what it meant to dream.